Today I want to try something that I haven't had in about 18 years. My sister used to make this a lot when she lived just across town. So I want to try it again. But back then, there used to be a stovetop dressing box that used to promote this. And you have your stovetop dressing on the bottom of your casserole dish, and then your chicken breasts on top, or your chicken portions on top, or pork chops. Now, each box promoted one or the other, pork or chicken. So I don't know if the seasoning was different. Can anyone remember that? And it's almost like a kit, except for the meat. And I want to do that again. Now, my sister used to do the chicken a little different, and I'm going to show you. Now, even without the stovetop dressing, if you made your chicken the way we're going to do it today, you're going to love it. And don't worry about the tape on my finger. I was processing some turkeys yesterday. We only got 3 left. And with all the chickens that I did and the turkeys, I did pretty good without cutting myself. But yesterday, when I sliced my finger, you know that feeling that you know it's a good cut? And then you look at your finger, waiting for it to bleed, and you're waiting, and then all of a sudden, yep, there it is. Well, that was a nice slice. So I'm always cutting my hands or burning myself. Beautiful new burn right here from the stove this morning when I lit it. So, you know, I can't work with gloves on. I find it very difficult. I got to feel what I'm doing. And yesterday when I cut my finger, I was like, yeah, that's a good one. So not too bad with all the processing that I've been doing this summer with the birds. But I got 3 birds left, and I need Dad's help with the 2 biggest. The 2 biggest birds, the 2 males. They're very saucy, especially the biggest one. Very saucy. He likes to bite. And even when you're trying to feed him, that little frigger would come and bite. And always bite. And give him a little tap on the beak, and he just stare you down. It's like, don't you bite me again. But quite saucy. So I'm not able to pick him up and go through the processing steps, as we say, without him picking at my face. And because it's not a little pick, he's biting, and it's pretty hard bites. So Father's going to help me tomorrow to finish off the turkeys. So that's good. We'll have that out of the way. Next year, going to do things a little different. Processing the turkeys takes a lot of time, and so next year I'm probably only going to have 4 or 5 turkeys, but I'm going to up the chickens, and we're going to do it a little different. So that the plucker, go check out that video. That's, some people said they can never look at chickens the same again. So I'll post that video at the end, and we're going to do the chickens a little different next year. We're going to process them a little earlier so that they still got their juvenile feathers, so that it's easy to come off the wings. The plucker didn't work that good because they had their adult wings. They're well established and very hard to come out. Plus, we got the temperatures of the water, everything down path now, so things will run a lot smoother next year. So I'm planning on probably getting 25 or 30 chickens, and I'm thinking about getting 25 or 30 pheasants. I want a separate barn for the pheasants. So we're going to do all that now next year, hopefully in the spring, and get that all set up on my land. And have a few more birds because they are absolutely delicious. They are incredible. We had 1 chicken, and me and Mom was eating that for 3 days. Like, you got a 12-pound chicken? Well, that's a nice chicken. So today, we're not using our fresh chicken. I went and bought some store-bought chicken because this was kind of a spare of the moment, and I didn't have any taken out to thaw out. So I said, now just pick up some chicken, leave our chicken for later. So this type of casserole, chicken dressing casserole, is that what you call it? Let me know what you think of this. If this is something that you make yourself, something that you can remember, because I can't remember a lot about it. I want more details. I want you to give me more details in the comments about this package that used to come promoting using chicken on top, using pork on top. Definitely want to know more about it because I can't remember a lot about it, because my sister used to make it and used to call me to come pick some up and pick up a dish. So that's what we're doing today. Like I said, it'll spare the moment. We're going to be using some low sodium, and I looked for this the other day and I couldn't find any, but I got some now. Low sodium chicken broth. We're going to use that instead of water. We're going to be using some salsa, some lactose free cheese, and we're going to be using some chips. All goes in this recipe. So we're going to start by slicing up our onion. And I got tape put on my Band-Aid there to keep it secure. Don't worry about it. I got rubber gloves there somewhere, but I can't find them. Or I would definitely put on a glove, because that's not a small cut, it's pretty big. Not too bad, you know, nothing to worry about, nothing that needed stitches. But I would have wore a glove. All right. So, use the bigger knife. So we're going to use some celery, and I don't have very many stalks of it because I think that's going to be a very strong piece of celery, and I don't want too much of it in our casserole. If it's strong, celery is one of those things that you love it or hate it kind of thing, and I don't mind it. I can't eat it like it is. Mother can. Took her a long time to be able to do it, but she can definitely take a celery stick and use some dip and eat away at it. It is good for you, but you're probably wondering, or not wondering, you're probably like, oh, I know how you cut yourself. Because I'm not the best with knives. Should I use a full onion for the casserole dish? Kind of want it a bit smaller. We are going to fry this up before adding it with the dressing. Now, what kind of dishes do you make using the dressing? Is it just a side dish, or is there casseroles that you use the dressing with? I want to know. Educate me. Tell me as much as you can, because that's how we learn. That's how we become better at things, by learning from other people. And you're never too old to learn something new. Constructive criticism is always a good thing when it's done in the right way. I want this small. We're going to fry this up, soften it, and make it easier for a lot of people to eat when it's in a dish. We got some green onion we're going to add after. Like I said, I don't want too much because I'm afraid that this onion could be very, very strong. I said onion, didn't I? Celery. Why would I say onion? I was thinking about green onion then. Hopefully the green onion isn't strong either. Shouldn't be this time of the year, but you never know. Nice mixture. Nice colors. A little bit of celery. A lot of times, you know, you don't need a lot of certain ingredients as long as you got a little. And that's the key thing. Just a little makes a big difference. You don't need anything to be overpowering. It's just a subtle taste that goes along with everything else. And we're not going to be using a lot of spices. We're going to be using Papa Ray's. Right here is one of the best seasonings I've ever tried. We're so impressed by it. It's such a beautiful taste, mild taste that goes with everything that we have tried so far. And I mean, I know people puts it on their potato chips. That's how good it is. And it do give a beautiful taste to everything you're cooking. I puts it on my eggs all the time. And we puts it on meat, fish. A lot of times, you know, certain seasonings don't go with certain foods. So far, we haven't found anything that this doesn't go with. And we love it. Papa Ray's, it's a Newfoundland-based company. Papa Ray, older gentleman, been making it for years. And thanks to Scott Martin with MFS Baits, is getting it out there. Getting it out there for everyone to enjoy. And thank God for Scott. So I have this linked in my description under the video where you can get on Amazon. Just in case your local grocery store, drugstore doesn't carry it. Our Lawton's drugstore here in town do carry it. But I do have a link on Amazon. Make it easy for you. So we're going to get this onto the wood stove. So we're going to add some avocado oil. We love avocado oil. It's a high heat oil. It's really good. And we totally got away from the seed oils and anything that we're cooking. Pop this on the oven. Pop this on the wood stove, not the oven. And we're going to fry this down very nicely. We got a good heat going. Shouldn't take too long. Beautiful colors of the white and green. All my ice is melted. So here we got a 9 by 13 dish. So we're probably going to coat that with avocado oil. So I don't know how many boxes, because shrinkflation is a real thing, right? I don't know how much, if I should use 1 or 2. I'm thinking about using 2 boxes. So we're going to use boil 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of margarine in a saucepan, stir in contents, and let it stand for 5 minutes. So this is a little different, and I'm sure that the directions on the box that I was talking about that we can get like 18 years ago tell you how to do it a little different. So we're not going to be using boiled water, and we're not going to be using a microwave or anything like that, but we're going to be using chicken broth, and they said 1 cup. This measuring cup, very old. I remember as a child, Mom using that. So the butter is all we got, as Mom would say. I forgot to take it out of the fridge. That's okay, because all we're going to do is we're going to put it in that pan, and I'm going to put the onion and celery in there, and that will help the butter melt. There we go. That's it for that. So 1 cup. Like I said, this is a very old measuring cup. I remember as a child, Mom baking cookies. Mom used to bake cookies a lot. And I remember always using this measuring cup. So it says 1 cup of water. We're going to be using chicken broth. And I'm probably going to use 2 packets. So we'll double that. But first, we're going to make sure our onion is ready. We want to wilt it down pretty good. And then we'll get some avocado oil up on the sides of our pan. And then I'm going to show you how to dress the chicken. But we're gonna cook the chicken first, and the last maybe 10 minutes or so, we're gonna add the topping. Topping is different, but you're gonna enjoy it. It's delicious. Now, if you add chicken breast, boneless chicken breast, would be better. That way, you can just slice it, and you'll know what I mean. With the bone in, well, it's a little more work. It's not the same. So change of plans, actually. Just talking to my buddy, he just called, and I think we're gonna go off hunting tonight. Supposed to clear off by supper time, as they say, supper time. Now this grease, all good grease. Look at that. Now that's why I call good onion. Almost down to a nice crunch. Reminds me of some scrunchions. Pork. It's a wonder I didn't do any pork today. Just thought of it. I had a bunch of pork in the apartment that I could have used. We're going to get all that oil because that's avocado oil. Good oil. Beautiful colors. Onion really nice. Try to get the butter melted. Oh yeah. There we go. Beautiful. Look at the colors. Looking pretty good. All that onion I was talking about, you know, the full onion, full yellow onion. Thought it was too much. Nah, looking good. Now, our stuffing. And yeah, what do you think? Think one's gonna be enough? No. What are we talking about? One is not enough. I'm gonna pour in 1 cup of the chicken broth. You can use any type of broth. We're actually gonna, thanks to a great viewer of ours, I'm going to make some of our own broth out of the turkey carcasses. Should have done it with the chicken. Actually, we will do it with the chicken as well. Trying to get this all coated. But we're gonna make some our own broth. Once I get a few carcasses, after we cook a few turkeys, a few chickens like that, I think the best thing, instead of using the carcass itself, although that was pretty delicious, I gotta say. I don't know if like any of the marrow off the bones came out of it, but that was one of the best, if not the best soup Mom have ever made. Oh, it was so good. Guys, look at that. It's well soaked, but one is not enough. One is usually never enough, is it? So we're going to try a second one. Or not try. We're going to use a second one. Yeah, too bad I didn't have a knife around. Only 2 right there. All that seasoning out. I'm not going to add any salt. I might add some pepper. Let's get this up here and do this more civilized. There we go. Now, I might use pepper. We're definitely going to use Papa Ray's. We're going to take another cupful of broth. Some might say, now you should use water to cut down on the sodium. Well, this is low sodium, so it's no different if you use probably one regular. Let's move that cheese, the lactose cheese, and I call it lactose, and what I mean by lactose is lactose free. We're gonna chop up some of that green onion as well. So still a lot of things on the go here. Get that in there. Now, let's shake on some Papa Ray's. Now, sometimes, you know, it separates a bit, and you might wanna just shake it up pretty good. Get it well mixed. Beautiful seasoning. Beautiful seasoning. Look at that. Look at Papa Ray's. Can't afford to lose any. It's already shrinkflation on the go. There we go. There we go. Now, let's get this all incorporated. Beautiful. Oh yeah. I even bought a third box just in case. Just in case. Do we need a third box, guys? Do we need a third? Maybe the boxes I'm talking about, I had a lot more dressing in it, purposely enough to, oh, I think that's enough. Purposely enough to cover it and do an entire dish. Because really, I mean, the dressing is a side dish, right? Right? So, looking great, looking good. Everything well incorporated. I mean, we got our onion and our celery, and we got papa rays all mixed in. A little bit of pepper. Now we're going to add our chicken. We got thighs. Chicken thighs. I'm just going to place this right on top. We're going to squeeze them in. There we go. I'll wash my hands real good now before I does anything else. Now we're going to add foil wrap to the top. We want to cover this. Let's get it in the oven. Right back in the back. We're going to cook it until the chicken is just about done. Definitely want the inside to be completely cooked. Then we're going to add our toppings. Then we're all ready to go. So this is ready. It's ready for the next stage. And I am in different clothes because I just got back from moose hunting. Never seen anything, never heard anything. Going again tomorrow morning. So right now, it's very hot. Looks delicious. So we're going to add our toppings to the chicken. So first thing we're going to do, because I already prepped my cheese and the beautiful green onion before I left. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to use some salsa. Whatever kind of salsa you want to use. I'm using mild. So we're going to leave some for Father. So I think we should turn it around because we can't use the salsa on Dad's because of the tomatoes. So we're just going to add the salsa. That wind is beautiful coming in that door because the wood stove, it's very hot air. So we're just going to add a little bit of salsa, as you can see. And it doesn't matter if it falls off the chicken. We just can't put any on Father's. So we're not going to go all the way back. Let the two in the back before Dad's. And that's all we're going to do there. Look at this beautiful chicken. So the salsa is on. I think I'm going to sprinkle some green onion on for the salsa. Definitely cut out plenty. Look how nice that is. Not going to stay on for Father. So we're going to add some chips. Add some chips. And you don't need a lot of chips. This to give it some nice crunch. Don't worry, my ends are perfectly clean. Just for some crunch. I'll put some on Father's too. If it's going to stay on. And again, don't worry about my fingers or my hands. I'm just going to break them up. Put them on there. Salsa is what keeps it on, right? And this is just for crunch. Give it a nice crunch. There we go. My Father's on there. Just lay it on there, that's all. Just like that. You don't need a lot. If you ever add a dish like this, if you add boneless chicken breasts, then when you take a piece out with the dressing, put it on your plate, you can slice down through it and you get everything. Whereas this, you're gonna have to pick it apart because where it's on the bone. But you're gonna understand where I'm going with this. I'm just laying it right on top because that's gonna melt nicely. So don't be afraid. Lots of cheese. Lots of cheese. Lots of cheese. This looks incredible. We're going to put this back in the oven and let the cheese melt. So let's take up some. Got it all right there. Your salsa, your chips, cheese, and chicken. Oh, that's really good. Dressing is full of flavor. You got that chicken broth instead of water. Seasonings from Papa Ray. A little bit of pepper and all the spices from the dressing. Really good. Everything come together for a beautiful flavor. If you want to know how we make our fisherman's brews, check out this video over here, and we'll see you in our next video.